through my veins. On the pitch where the glory remains, the cockerel stands brave on the crest. North London pride, this ain't no jest. From lane to the new shining ground, echo chants where the legends are found. Heroes carved in the heart of time, we march on through grit and grime. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Oh Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire. Echoes of King and Greaves in the air. Every goal, the sound declares. Heartbeats pound like a drummer's song, marching forward fierce and strong. We're the ones who rise in the clash, numbers running in a white shirt dash. History burns in the roaring crowd, every game we scream it loud. Oh, I'm Tottenham, Tottenham till I die. Raise the banner, let it fly. Through the rain, through the fire, this is my club, my only desire.
Thing. Right, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching this podcast, and welcome to THFC to a Die. I'm at Tottenham past present. An exciting future. Why has that changed? Never mind. Anyway, never mind. Yeah. Firstly, I hope you can hear me okay. I'm doing this without headphones, so I'm sort of a bit worried about the sound not coming through okay. So I hope my mic is all right. Oh god. Right, okay. Apparently, yeah, everything does. Everything has gone. My don't know why that's there. My OBS just crashed. So yeah, so I'm just waiting for that to boot up again. For some reason, it has crashed. But yeah, while that's booting up, radio silence at the moment from Tottenham, isn't there? Oh, it has booted up. Lovely. Right, it's booted up. So I can take that off. Yeah, there's a bit of radio silence at the moment, which I'm not surprised, if I'm being honest. With 3 weeks now to our next game, I'm not surprised there's been radio silence. But we are hearing a bit of rumours, so this is an update show. We're going to go over a little bit of an update from around the papers and around the around what people are saying. And also, if I hear anything from the people that we use, of course, we're bringing to you first and fastest, as we always do. But I hope you're all well this evening and enjoying the break from Spurs, because I am. Big up to Elspur. Can't wait to hear how the club will use Eagle's personal treasure. Yeah, and that's the thing, isn't it? They are going to use that. We know. We know they're going to use it, and we can see them. They're going to use it. And they shouldn't be using it. They should not be using that for that reason. The reason they need to give that, you haven't been good enough. Sorry, it's not working. We need to look at other alternatives and move on. And I think that's what it's got to be. And they keep looking at De Zerbi. And I don't think he's the man. I do not think he's the man for Tottenham. I really don't. I don't think he's the right man. I don't think he wants to be here. I don't think he wants to manage our club. And why bring somebody? Sorry, just say more comfortable. Why bring somebody that doesn't want to be here? Why bring somebody that he wouldn't come the last time the job is available because apparently he wanted to wait to the summer. He wanted to wait and recharge his batteries. And now it's okay, I'll come, but as long as there's a relegation clause in my contract. I just don't understand it. I think Tottenham made the wrong decision in the first time, but look, it is what it is. But we are going to go through it all tonight. Big up to Giant 68, big up Derman Track, still radio silence from Spurs. I wouldn't put it past them to stick with Judah. They're going to have to come out with some sort of statement, aren't they? Either we're going to stick with the manager or we're getting rid of him. One or the other, they're going to have to come up with something. Big up the rain. Good evening, folks. Hope you're well enjoying the break where Spurs go unbeaten for a couple of weeks. Yeah, it's something of a unheard of that Tottenham go unbeaten. All I want is Ireland to win tomorrow night and get into that final. That's what I want. Big up to Eld fan from 01. Big up Dermot from stormy Hamburg in Germany. Do you know what? It was sunny, sunshine and showers today here in Ireland. But yeah, nice. Sounds good. Big up to you as well. Big up to Simon Coleman. Big up to still quiet in the Spurs front. It is all quiet. Big up to Spurs 1, 2, 3, 4-ish. I like that. 4-ish. Marco Silva. It's not a bad shout, Marco Silva. I quite like him. I think he's done a good job at Fulham. I think he's limited by what he can do at Fulham, but can he replicate it at a big club? And Tottenham are a big club still. Tottenham are still a big club. It doesn't matter where we are in the league. We're still a massive name and we're still a massive pull. And yes, we're going through a rough time at the moment. We're going through a rough patch. But we're still a big club. We are still a very big club. Big up to Sharon Wilkinson, N6C. Big up to you, Sharon. Welcome. Well said, that man. Thank you very much. I don't know what I said, but thank you for saying well said. Yeah. Look, big. I haven't seen you full, so please hit the like and subscribe. And yeah, plenty of other content on the channel that you can watch and see what we've been up to. But big up and welcome. We are Spurs TV. Tudor out. Look, I think he is going. We are Spurs TV. I'm telling you now. I think he's going. I think he's going. When, that is the thing. I don't know, but it's not if he's going, it's when he's going. And I think Tottenham have to do it right. This man's just lost his father, so I think they're going to have to. They're going to have to give him time to grieve. Look, we've got 3 weeks before the next game, so I wouldn't be surprised if nothing happens this week. I would be surprised if it doesn't happen by the middle of next week. Some changes made. So then that gives him a week and a half with the players. After the international break, a manager has to be involved and a new man in. If it's not, then we will know by the middle of next week what is happening. I won't hurry there. Harry, let me know. Red lap. Okay, big up. I don't know who you are, but big up to you. Big up, Dermot. Big up to you, Dale boy. Hope you're doing well, bud. Big up, Anthony. Evening, Dermot. Robbie Keane permanently. That could be an option. That could be. I wouldn't mind Robbie Keane coming in on a permanent basis. I think that's what you need. You need a manager that you can rebuild this squad and rebuild this club. And I do feel Robbie Keane is that manager. Now, has he got a lot of manager experience? No, he's only starting in his career as a manager. But I feel, I think he knows the club. He knows how to run. He knows what the club's about. He knows the philosophy of the club. He knows everything about the club. He played for us. He captained us. He won a trophy with us. And he's got that attitude. He won't take no shite from nobody. He won't take any shite from these prima donnas. And that's what you need. You need somebody to go in there, put an arm around them and say, look, you can play, but I'm not going to take any shit from you either. You do what I say. I'm the manager. You're the player. Big up to Andy. I think Silva. Yeah, Silva isn't a bad shout. I just worry how would he, a bit like Thomas Frank again, isn't it? He's great at doing where he is, but how would he cope at a big club? Now, we know De Zerbi did well at Brighton, but he went to Olympic Marseille and didn't do great there. So going into a club as a manager, you're going with the unknown um, of how you're going to be. Are the club going to back you? Are the club going to do what you want? And you're trying to change everything from what the previous manager was doing. Now, you're going to have a group of players that either say, well, we didn't like the previous manager, so we're going to get behind you. Or in Tottenham's case, we've got a group of players that love the previous manager. And Thomas Frank comes in and tries to change everything too quickly. Well, we ain't getting behind that. And then when Tudor comes in, a bit of a sergeant major. Well, we're not getting around that either. So look, there's been calls, even Jamie O'Hara. I've seen it today to bring Ange wouldn't be a bad shout. I'm not saying it would be comical if he come back, but I'm just saying nothing Tottenham wouldn't surprise me. Wouldn't surprise me. Thank you so much. You're very kind. Great show. Love it. Thank you so much. Big up to Wayne. We haven't been a big club for a long time. Have destroyed the potential KF being a big or a huge club, though their sheer incompetence, greed, and lack of interest. And what I meant by a big club, Wayne, is the name. The name makes it a big club in itself. I agree with you, Ian. They have destroyed the potential of anything of us becoming a massive Premier League club, but our name alone makes us a big club. We are well known worldwide. You go anywhere around the world, people will know Tottenham Hotspur. But what ENIC have done, they've taken all the good and the football and soul out of the club and just put it in as a business opportunity, as a money making racket, as something that as a cash cow. We can make money from this. And whoever comes in, either De Zerbi or whoever comes in, these owners have to get behind this manager. There has to be a major overhaul of the squad in the summer. There has to be a major. I look. I said it yesterday, didn't I? That I compared Tottenham to a club that's on life support, and it is, and it needs open heart surgery, needs a heart transplant, because what the heart they got doesn't work, and we're just floundering down. And I was thinking about it today. I can't see us when I was doing other things. I had the sort of next fixtures. I was watching the video of Tottenham's next fixtures, and I can't see Tottenham actually getting anything. Somebody said Wolves are even playing a high at the moment. We're not even playing that good. It all depends. Look, we have to get something at Sunderland game. We have to. And look, all reports are leading to De Zerbi being the new manager. Now, is he going to take it permanently? I think it will. I mean, I was told this morning, I was woke up to a message, keep an eye on De Zerbi permanent. And I asked the question, is it to the end of the season or a permanent deal? And all I got was perm. So that means permanent. So all the signs and all the stars are aligning to De Zerbi coming in full time. So that means Pochettino won't be coming back. Tottenham can't wait to the summer. Tottenham can't wait to the summer for the homecoming. We have to do something. I'll do something now. Or are they going to wait to the homecoming on the insurance from Pochettino? Yes, I will leave the USA. I will come to you, even if you're in the championship. I will come and manage you. Then you don't take De Zerbi on, and then you go for another interim, or you leave Tudor there, one or the other. But we don't know what this board's thinking. We don't know what their decisions are going to make. We don't know if they're going to make the right decision, because they didn't make the right decision before in appointing Judah as manager. This appointment or this manager change should have happened back in October. And I feel if this was made earlier in the season, I don't think Tottenham would be there where we are now, 1 point above a bottom three. Hoping Wolves do us a favour and beat West Ham on the resumption of the Premier League. I don't think we would be. I think we'd be mid-table, and I think it'd be a mid-table sort of scenario. Okay, whoever came in will get us into the end of the season, and we'll take stock from there. But now it's panic stations. Now it's they're running around like headless chickens and thinking, right, let's get De Zerbi in. He wants the job. Some of us like him. Some of us on the board think he's the man to take us forward. There's other people on the board thinking, no, we want Pochettino. He's the man to bring us forward. De Zerbi is a hothead. De Zerbi is an absolute hothead. He will fall out with every other player going. So are we going to take that chance? Can we take that chance? Should we take that chance? I think Tottenham have to do. For me, you don't go for De Zerbi. You do not touch him. You go with people that have Tottenham connections. You go for people like Harry Redknapp. Glenn Hoddle said he'd do it. Harry said he'd do it. Glenn said he'd do it. Chris Hughton said he'd do it. Tim Sherwood said he'd come in and do it. There's a class of ex-Tottenham players and managers will come back to the football club to save us from relegation. But could they do it? Could they save us? And that's the issue, isn't it? That is the issue. Big up, Stephen. Evening all. Why do you think the board can seem reluctant to bring in ex-players or ex-managers? Because I think they're scared. I think the board are trying to destroy a history. I think our board, this ownership, want to destroy anything that is linked to us in our past. They want to destroy the history of the football club, and sadly, it's true. They do. They don't celebrate anything or any of our achievements of the past. They don't. They may bring out a player now and again. Or they may bring out, I don't know, they may bring out Ledley King for an interview. They may bring out odd player just for PR purposes. But they won't. They just don't care about the history like we do. We care about our history. We care what we've done in the past. We care where we were, and it's ridiculous. You're right. They should be looking to former players and former managers to come in. People like a Harry Redknapp, people like a Glenn Hoddle played and managed the football club. Anyone knows if anybody knows Tottenham as better than anyone, then Glenn Hoddle's your man. Bring him in, get him in, bring him in with Harry, bring him in with Jermaine Defoe, with Tim Sherwood, bring in a group of them. To take us on, and I'm sure the players will get behind it. I really do. But this board don't have the clue or don't have the absolute thank you cop on to do it. And I think it's the biggest. If you could charge them with treason, this is them. I'm charging them now with treason by not looking at the players and former managers and players that have bled for this football club, that could come in, who understands the football club, that understands the fans, that understands what it means to be a Tottenham manager or a Tottenham player. They understand what it is. They understand what it means to be us. They are one of us. And this board don't care. The board do not give a shit. As long as they make enough money from the Skywalk. And I've got no problem, right? And I will say this. I've got no problem with the Skywalk or the go-karts or the boxing or the concerts. I understand that because the stadium sits empty for half a year anyway. But I want to know the money they make from that is put straight back into the football club. If I knew that was happening, then I think, well, fine. Okay, you're doing that. Then it's down to people like Vinay and Lang, and especially Lang, who went to Aston Villa and brought them near to the brunt of getting relegated. Look where Villa are now after sacking Lang. And then Danny Levy thought, do you know what, lads? sitting in the chamber, sitting in the boardroom, do you know what, lads? I've got a great idea here. I'm going to bring in a fella, right, who's totally useless at his job, can't find a player for love nor money. He went into Aston Villa. He nearly ruined them. But I tell you what, he could do a job for us. Yeah, let's bring in this Lang fella from Denmark. Yeah, great signing. What's he done? Absolutely bugger all. But bringing us from 4th to 17th. I mean, that's how good he is. I mean, he should have been the first one. When they sacked Thomas Frank, they should have sacked him as well the same day. Big up Del Boy. We have no hope. The board doesn't know it's ours from its elbow in it and the board out. Yeah, exactly. The board do not know what to do. And this is the thing, right? I understand everyone's angry and everyone's a right to be angry. But we've been sleepwalking into this for a long time. This is not just a last season or a this season phenomenon. This has been going for the last 6, 7 years. This has been happening since the day or even just before the sack Pochettino. We saw the decline. We knew we needed a rebuild. We knew we needed to bring in players to replace the players of that great Poch side. And we didn't do it. And they left it. And they've left it to decline. They've left it to rot. And you can see it going down and down and down. Few peaks, but generally 9 times out of 10, it's going down. Winning the Europa League. It was a great night. Great experience of winning the European trophy. Yes, we're all happy. We had a parade. Brilliant. But it only masked over the disaster, and it only masked over the problems that we have at this football club. It's a bit like sending somebody into heart surgery, knowing they need a new heart, but just saying, "Don't worry, lads, we'll stick a few stents in. That might get him by." But we know the doctor knows he needs a new heart, but he's sticking stents in as a bit of a plaster to get him over. That's right. He can go home now with fixture. But he's back in hospital a week later, saying, "I need a new heart." And that's what this board have done. They've just put plaster over crack over crack over crack over crack, and the crack's getting bigger. The crack's so big now they can't put a plaster over it. So, I mean, I remember a manager. I forget what his name was. He was maybe someone in chat would tell me. His name was what was his name? What was his name? He was oh, he was he was an intake for Manchester United a couple of seasons ago. Maybe someone in the chat put his name in for me. What was his bloody name? The only night I want Colin in the chat is now. What was his name? Oh, anyway, his point of view saying this club needed major heart surgery. And I keep saying it, this club needs major heart surgery. Big up the rain. Keane won't be ready for a fair few years yet. I know, I do agree with that. Not a good shout for not a good. Do you know what, Wayne? Though, I understand. You make a very good point. He won't be ready. I understand that. He's a new manager. He's learning his craft. I understand that. Great. I want him as a Republic of Ireland manager anyway. I think that's where I want Robbie Keane to come in with Roy Keane. But the point is, we need somebody to come in now, Wayne, that is current manager, that's current within football and knows Tottenham. And he's the only man that's available. Yes, I know bringing in Harry and bringing in Glenn Hoddle and bringing in Jermaine Defoe or Tim Sherwood, all great. And I think that would be a good decision as well. But they've been out of football a long time. Robbie Keane knows what current football is. And I think he should, if he is brought in, I think he'd be brought in. Look, you keep us up or take us down. We're going to back you next summer. And I think this club needs a major overhaul in the summer. It really does. Big up to Dennis. Big up to you, Dennis. Hope you're doing well. Look, Enoch ain't hungry. Time to step aside. Doesn't matter who the manager is. Exactly. And the problem is they haven't been hungry for a long time. And I think they're locked into that Europa League win. I think we got lucky. And look, I'm being honest. I think we got lucky winning the Europa League. And why I say that is before the start of that tournament, we were marked as favourites to go and win that trophy. And we played a very poor Manchester United side, to be fair. Yes, we won it. Brilliant. I'm glad we did, and it's the best night in my footballing life I've had in a while. But did it just mask over what the problems really were? Big up Wayne. The name no longer signifies a big club. Thanks to Enoch, our beloved club, its name is no more. It is a lot, and that hurts. That angers me that we're a laughing stock. I hate it when I do hate it when people mention Tottenham and start laughing. It really gets my goat. It really does get my goat. Big up to East Bay. He says, stuck on a boat in the Atlantic. What are you doing in the Atlantic? You on a cruise? What did I miss? Tudor gone? Not yet. Look, the latest news I got is the latest news going across the bottom. So that's the latest I've got. I am waiting for an update. There is no update at the moment. So as soon as we get one, we will get one. Everywhere Tudor is gone, he has saved the club. Executor says, oh, it does then. Look, Mourinho won a trophy everywhere he went. He didn't win one with us. Mind you, we did sack him 6 days for a cup final, but still, he didn't win anything with us. So I get it. Big up to Mary. She says, for F's sake, do something. Yeah, just sack him. Look, even if they were to say, right, he's been relieved of his duties, we will give you more information in a few days. We could accept that. Just tell us something. This radio silence is feeding the vacuum of fake news, of people report. Everyone is giving a vacuum to everyone, just putting, oh, this man's joining, or that man's joining, or this man's joining. They need to stop this vacuum, and they need to stop it now. Big up. See, like this. I've asked. Look, I'm telling you now, Spurs. I asked the question today, and I will read out. I sent the actual article. I sent that article to somebody, and the response I got from the people I use was, nope, not true. So again, it's lazy journalism. That's what it is. It's lazy journalism. It's just writing something for the sake of writing something. It's like De Zerbi. I read somewhere last night, De Zerbi to be announced tomorrow. Well, it's 8:30 on a Wednesday evening, and he's still Tudor's still in charge. So De Zerbi is not announced as new Tottenham manager, permanent or non-permanent. So it's lazy journalism, and this is what it is. It's just pure lazy journalism. Anti Lynch said, suspect De Zerbi would take a permanent with a break clause. Yeah, well then, if he wants a break clause, then don't come. That's my word. That's what I say to him. Don't come. We don't want you here. If you're only here just because if we get relegated, it's going to damage your reputation. Well, don't come then. Go somewhere else. I want somebody to come in, and if it is permanent, to be here for next season and the season after, and the season after that, and the season after that. I don't want you to come. And if Tottenham Board do that, then they're more fools than I thought they were. And they're bigger idiots than I thought they were. Because that's the manager saying, well, no, I'll come and take you over. Yeah. But just on the off chance that we get relegated, right? Just on the off chance we get relegated, I'm out of it. I'm going somewhere else. Well, then don't come. Don't sign the paperwork. Go and manage somebody else. Because I want the man if Tudor is replaced, and it is, I'm going to put it out there. I think, as I said it yesterday, 90%, 95%, he won't be here by the Sunderland game. I always got to leave myself 5 or 10% either way that he may still be here, but a 90 plus 95%, he won't be here. So we know that's going to happen. But if this is the case, and this is suspect De Zerbi has asked for this, well, don't bother coming then. Go back to somewhere else. Enoch showed their true colours when they built an NFL field under the pitch. Where's the focus? Yeah, of course it is pretty. Where are you in the Atlantic, by the way, or have you answered that? You probably have answered that. You probably have your answer that. I'm trying to say I'm so behind on the chat, but I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying. I like this. I like this when I do these myself, and I sort of get to spend a bit of time with you guys, which is nice. I get to spend time with the chat and go through the chat. I know I'm a bit behind. I will catch up, but it's nice. I enjoy this. It's a bit like a Q and A, isn't it? A little bit. Just in Tottenham, I've understood. See, again, I understand this is news that's going around. I've read this more times than I have today. Um, Especially if you look on X. I swear to God, right? I go on X now, right? I'm putting X up now. And I swear to God, I will read within the first, say, couple of minutes of going on X that Tottenham have that Tottenham in talks with 3 different managers. No, the first thing come up was the first trailer for Harry Potter. So that was the first thing to come up. Releasing this Christmas, apparently on HBO. So there you go, new Harry Potter film or TV program, whatever it is. Where we go? Paul O'Keefe. Yes, they heard that he had received no formal approach, but would welcome one. It could change, obviously, but nothing yet up to date. That's was I don't know what that question was about. Let's see now. Spurs Global, what they're on about. Okay. Let's see. It's in like this 9 hours ago. Spurs Global, apparently number 1 tier. Atletico Madrid are not certain to pursue Christian Romero again this summer. Well, somebody taken, he's not certainly interested in playing for us. We know Tell's come home. Like, do you get my point that there's news everywhere? There's news everywhere. You just got to take it as it is, see what happens. But look, I for this already commenced, and I like the big black capital letters, by the way, in talks with Adolf Hutter. Do you know what? He's another man that doesn't know the Premier League, doesn't know Tottenham. Don't want him. Just do not come. Do not come. I don't want him anywhere near the football club. Seen a few rumours that the Adolf guy is in the frame is interested. Giant, I don't want it. Don't want him anywhere near the football club. He doesn't know us. He doesn't know the Premier League. Then you're just going from the fire into the fry. You're going from the frying pan into the fire. It's no point. No point whatsoever. De Zerbi, FS, this board, the clueless, epic, absolutely spot on. We are supposed to, if they do want, I know they do want to destroy the club, but I know that. Look, I know you've come in with some comments and you think I don't agree with you. I probably agree with you more than you think, by the way. We may not agree in everything, but I think the principle of Enoch out, we both agree on. And yes, they do want to destroy the football club. Romero's gone somewhere and will activate his clause. Romero, for me, what got me was when he was tackled against Forest and he wouldn't run back. That for me was, yeah, you're our captain, right? Yeah, sure you are. You're only here for your paycheck. I bet he puts an effort in for Argentina over the next week or go. I bet he bosses his bollocks for Argentina, but he won't boss the bollocks for us. Then we know where your loyalties lie, mate. Romero, he's a very good player. Romero is a good player. He's a world-class defender, but he's just lost interest with us. He's just totally lost interest with us. Big up Dan Davenport. Big up, yeah, Dan boy. How are you doing? Hope you're looking forward to tomorrow night because I am. Dermot, I think McKenna or Ipswich. I think McKenna would be a great choice. If Tottenham are going down, then bring in a young manager. And I think McKenna, who was part of our club, by the way, he is ex-Tottenham. I think it'd be a great choice. I think it'd be a great shout. I'll take him in a heartbeat. I think he's a great young manager coming up. NFL, big up to you. I don't know if you have put expect. Just I will get to it, but I'll probably see where you are, why you're in the Atlantic. I hope you're not in a little dinghy, stuck somewhere. McKenna, not a bad shout. The money made from the F1 and contracts don't go into buying. No, they don't. I do get that. I do understand that. And if it goes into buying, it go. Yeah, Enoch's main focus is retail, is property. Tottenham Hotspur's just there to make more money for them. Needs someone that can galvanize the dressing room. Answer Big Ange. Look, the more I hear about it, the more it makes sense. The more I hear about it, the more. But I don't think Ange will come back for the way we sacked him. And it was said today, and I agree with that. But he's still very affectionate to the football club. He still very cares about the club. He speaks very fondly about the football club. He says, I've got an attachment to it. Do you know what? He won't come back. The only thing I've got to say about this, Dennis, right, is he will not come back to the end of the season. He will want to come back with a 2-year contract. He want to come back on a permanent basis. And wouldn't it be hilarious? And it would be so Spursy. It would be so Spursy if they went full circle. They went full circle. He was asked, would you go back to Celtic? And I would love him back at Celtic, by the way, as being a Celtic fan. I would love him back at Celtic. And he said, no, never go back. Never go back. He was asked the same question when he was asked by TNT Sports when he was doing the game for UEFA. He was interviewed, would you go back to Tottenham? And he said, no comment. It's very different from saying, no, I'm not going back, to no comment. Would I be surprised if it happened? Yes, I'd be surprised if he came back. I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham did it, but I would be very surprised if he did come back from a personal point of view. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham were to do that, or were to announce that. Big up to Swig Talk Spurs. I don't think our ex-players are actually good coaches. None of them had recent success. When they've gone into clubs and become managers and assistant, then maybe, but not main manager. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe not. Big up 3-star Reds. Spurs linked with former Firmus Gaffer is rumored to replace Tudor. I thought it would be Chris Hughton, Steve Cooper, but no, it's the Gaffer who had us head into League One. Yeah, well, look, Chris is he's a Tottenham legend. Played with us for years. Great Republic of Ireland legend as well. Was part of the side that went to Euro '88. But yeah, he's a legend. Tottenham won 2 FA Cups, won a UEFA Cup with us as well. But yeah, look, he wasn't great. He managed us as well as caretaker as well. So it's not the first time he's done that. But yeah, I understand what you're saying. And look, I don't know. Offense to Steve Cooper, I don't think he'd be a good match for us either, if it was the case. Respect Dermo. Dermot, love the channel. Thanks. Well, thank you so much, Dan Rogers. Really kind words, man. Really respect that. Thank you so much. It's very nice to hear. Thank you. I've had a pretty crappy day, so thank you so much. That's given me a little bit confidence. Yeah, thanks so much for that. Ragnick, that was his name, Ragnick. Yeah, it was Wayne. That was it. Big up to you. Big up to Iceman. It says, big up Dermo and everyone in the chat. We need to bring in a Merlin, someone who knows magic and turns these footballers into players again. Yeah, I agree. Ralph Ragnick, the fellow who went to United, that was it, Wayne. He said Manchester United need an open heart surgery. We need open heart surgery. Dermo, what about Kenna McKenna? He would be good. Yeah, I agree. I like him. I look, as an interim note, full-time, yes. And I think if we're in the championship, I think he's a manager that gets out of it. Big up to you, Dan. Big up to DJ, big up Dermo. We need a prem manager. We haven't got time to mess around. No, we don't have time to mess around. It's about, like the players, we need to utilize what we have, including the youth players. We can't rely on the players coming back, COYS. No, that is so true. Big up to July Justice for Conte, Nuno, Frank, Ange, and Tudor. Yes, we're going to start a campaign. Justice for them managers. Woo. We are supposed to TV. De Zerbi humiliated player at training, screamed at him and called his agent in front of the Times Square. No, I don't look. If he's short, look, I don't. Me personally, I wouldn't like him to manager. I'm telling you that now. I don't want him anywhere near the football club, but I don't dictate who we pick as manager. Whoever they pick, I'm going to get behind until to a point where I can't get behind them anymore, and I think they need to be sacked. But he's not my first choice. He's not my first choice. The attitude won't help us, and no, won't. And you're right, David. You're right. Anyone that thinks De Zerbi will put his arm around these half-wit players, but they won't. They won't. He'll just shout at them. He'll be another military manager coming in. And these players are going, "You can't shout at me. I'm a Premier League player. You can." Porro will be going, "You can't shout at me. You're not a true Tottenham manager. Go away and get yourself a pair of bollocks." I won't watch that Harry Potter that made the Snoop. Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that. I don't know if I will or not. Um, I don't want dessert, but don't need a manager to come in and scream and shout at players. They need someone who loves Tottenham to speak to the players as humans. That's what I said about bringing Steve Perryman in before the games. Get him to give the captain speech. Ex-Spurs captain, legend, Mr. Tottenham. Apart from him and Bill Nicholson are both Mr. Tottenham in my view. He was my captain when I was a kid. He was my captain growing up. Romero will get injured on the international duty, so he doesn't play again this season. Do not be surprised if that does happen. It's De Zerbi coming. Martin, do you know what? If I was going out of 100, I would probably go at 80%. 80%. But all the people are saying it out there. He is the man. He is the man coming. Put respect on Romero. Oh, I'm getting told off now. Big up, Tom. Put respect on Romero's name. He led us to a European League, won the World Cup, and has dragged us through games to get results. He's given up because the board yeah, fair enough. No, that is fair. I do you know what? I hold my hand up and say that is fair. That is a fair argument to put across on Romero. And you're right on that. There's always two sides to an opinion or two sides to an argument. And I think that is a good point to put across. That is a very good point. He has led us to Europa League. Yes, he is a World Cup winner. The only thing that got to me, Tom, was I understand when you're saying that he's given up, but as captain, you shouldn't give up. Even if you hate the board, even if you want to leave this summer, right? You want to go somewhere else. I still think you should give 110% on the pitch, especially in the relegation battle. And I think you're right to say what he said. I think you're right to say he has led us to Europa League. He has led us to well, he didn't lead us. It was Sonny that led us. Sonny was the captain. But yes, he was part of that Europa League winning side. He did win a World Cup as well. So yes, as a player, he's been successful. And yes, as a player over the years, he's been vital to us. But as captain, you just don't give up. I'm sorry, you don't. Is Tudor going? Yes. 100% reckon. As I said, 90% that he'll go. 99% he'll be gone. He won't be here for Sunderland. Guarantee that. 20 quid in the next season for the maiden season championship. Big up Jared, who doing big up to MK Dave. He says, this a club. Big up to you, MK Dave. Ange would come back. It's easy money for him, Dale. Yeah, probably would, Dale boy. But let me ask you a question. Would Ange keep us up? There's a question for everyone in the chat. Yes or no? Do you think Ange Postecoglou would keep us up? I met Chris Hughton when he was a Birmingham manager, and they played one of my local teams in a friendly ones. Big up to you, Dan. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Ramon still shouldn't have down tools, though. Big up. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with everything you said, by the way. And I think, yeah, and he shouldn't. I think that's the one thing that gets my goat, that he shouldn't have down tools. I get that. If you look at great captains we've had in the past, Steve Perryman, Robbie Keane, Ledley King, Gary Mabbott, Teddy Sheringham, all them players, all them and captains going back, they were never down tools. It's just this generation of footballers seem to down tools very easily. Big up to you. Might as well get Stevie Wonder in at this rate. He's got more of a chance than this board getting the right manager. Stevie Wonder, Ray Charles, whoever. Yeah, big up to DJ. Completely agree, bud. That's funny. I like that one. Our captain still shouldn't have down tools. I agree. I like Madison to come back to be captain under Harry. Yeah, that's not a bad shout. That really isn't a bad shout. I'll pick up top. No, I haven't checked my emails today. I will check them, bud. Big up, mate. I thought I'd pop and say hey because I'm live at 9. I had emailed you. Not sure if you. No, I will look at the email straight after today. It's been a busy day for me. I had a doctor's appointment today, and they've put me on. I'm on new medication, which has sort of knocked me for six a little bit. But yeah, I think I'm going to be ropey. It might be ropey, but it's going to be day by day for the next 4 weeks. How I feel after every I'm on once a week for this medication, so I'll see how I feel. So the shows might be a bit erratic for the next couple of weeks, but once I'm fine, I'm on them, and then I've balanced out, then I'll be back to normal. But yeah, I read your email straight after the stream. Big up to you, bud. I mean, before my I know what you mean. Big up to you, and we've definitely got to link up. If you're around on what day is it today? Wednesday. What we're doing Wednesday. What time is it now? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If you're around on Friday, bud, let me know, and we'll get you on. It stopped Romero signing new Bombadil Romero Dermo. Mr. Romero, nobody wanted him. Yeah, exactly. Ange kept us up by going back to Forest. Yeah, he nearly did that for us. No, says Del Boy. Hi, Dermo. Big up to you, Hog God 10. Big up to you, James. Look at that man. We need that man back at our football club. Homer Simpson is free. That'd be a good shout for a manager, Homer Simpson. Yeah, bring him in. Who else could we bring in as manager? Daffy Duck, Bugs Bunny. Oh dear, can you imagine Homer Simpson, Daffy Duck, and Homer Simpson and Bart Simpson as the duo? Yeah, they'll take them. That's fine. Don't worry about it. You're grand. Thank you anyway. I know Plan no ambition, no idea. Enid deserve relegation, not the fans. Absolutely. Yeah, Enid do deserve. Johnny Tottenham, I couldn't agree with you more, buddy. They deserve. We don't, but we're the ones that are going to suffer it. We're the ones that are going to suffer it from other fans. We're the ones that are going to suffer it from bantering. I mean, I was watching. What was I watching the other? I was flicking through YouTube, and I found another YouTube channel, right? And they're a League One side. I think it was Salford. Even Salford were bantering us. Salford said, I mean, come on, they're League One. We even League One are laughing at us. Shows how bad we are. Okay, cool. Keep an eye out for your stream on Friday. If I have time, I'll jump on. Big up. It was 8 o'clock anyway. Right? Anytime we go live in the evening, it's 8 o'clock. So I'll be in touch with the email anyway. I'll give you my my WhatsApp so we can keep in touch over WhatsApp. But yeah, everyone do get over to Dr. Tottenham Therapy. I think we all need a bit of therapy as being Spurs fans at the moment. So yeah, big up to Dr. Tottenham Therapy. Great name for it. Great name for a channel. Absolutely spot on. Giant says Mr. Bean as manager with Ted. I love Ted as. Can you imagine Ted as manager? Ted would be bloody hilariously funny. Yeah, and Ted with Ted as his assistant. Oh, Ted would be so funny. Mike Bassett is out of work. Yeah, I'll take him. Be a lot of those if there would be DJ. Absolutely. Yeah, even Lincoln City were bantering us. I mean, come on. Give us a break, will you? Big up to he says, no thanks, we only have 7 games left. In 8 games we had him at the club. It's fair to say he did nothing lift the mood. Yeah. Well, I think Forrest made the sack of Saka and Nuno. I think that's where you made your mistake. Though I think you will recover from it. I think you might just escape. I think you will escape it. But I do feel Saka and Nuno was not the right not the right move. Big up Dale Boy. What other fans say is water off dog's back. Yeah, it's all a bit banter in it. It's all a bit of banter. Right. Just a little bit of news before we finish up, guys. I was only going on for half hour. It's nearly an hour. Wow. Pochettino dropped 7-word hints at Tottenham sack uncertainty continues. Article was in the Express. Former Tottenham manager, I will bring it up because I did have it here. Where is it? Where is it? There we go. A missing Premier League expansion amounts over changes at Spurs. The former Tottenham Hotspur manager Pochettino has confessed, I miss football scene in England as he hints at the prospect of returning to Premier League management. Speculation about the potential comeback to North London has been rife since this summer, following Pochettino's 5-year successful stint at Spurs, which guided them to the Champions League final before his departure in 2019. Post Spurs, Pochettino has managed 10 years at Chelsea, PSG, and is currently in charge of the United States men's national team ahead of this summer's home World Cup for the countries co-hosted by Canada and Mexico. Rumours persist regarding the managerial situation at Tottenham Hotspur, with Igor Tudor's future still uncertain. Well, I think he won't be here. However, Pochettino has admitted his affection for the Premier League, having last held the position in England 2024 when he left Chelsea. I miss English football scene in England. I love the country, its culture, the football culture. Pochettino told El Etiquette, I think that's a French, for anyone who with a competitive spirit who wants to measure themselves against others, test their limits, it is the ideal place. Here, you have to give the best constantly. So there's a man that wants to come back. There is a man that does want to come back. What else have we got? Right. Also, we have got. There's been a rare sighting of Kulu. Yes, he's still alive. Yay! He is still alive. Right. Swedish manager Graham Potter has confirmed that injured Tottenham star Kulu is currently in Spain and will join the national team to converse with them before their next match. Kulu has had challenging times since undergoing patella surgery last April following a knee injury at Selhurst Park. Well, he actually got the injury when we played Tottenham, when the Palace played us. I was at the game and I remember the injury, him going down. Into a minor issue. Post-surgery experts were for the midfield return early in the current season. However, this was then delayed until the end of last year when Spurs boss Thomas Frank assessed that he would certainly be back before the season concluded. As the Dane's tenure was near its end, Frank once again confessed his uncertainty over the 25-year-old would play during this campaign. Could it be that his season could be over? Like Igor Tudor said, there's been no advancement with the Swede, who needs to be able to move without experienced pain or discomfort for a complex knee injury that Frank had described as historic in its rarity. Sweden boss Potter conceded last week at the press conference after Kulu was compelled to miss another squad. Dijon is making progress, but not as quickly as we would have liked. I don't think he will be around any. I think we may have seen the end of Kulu, sadly. Alan Shearer has said that Tottenham are in a mess. No shit, Sherlock. With or without Igor Tudor, as the club faces decision over the interim manager's future, it does go with this article when he did say it was not Igor Tudor's fault. Tottenham reality, clearly, I was sacked decision and relegation. Yeah, well, look, Alan, you may have been a great striker in your day, but you did take your beloved Newcastle and got them relegated. Even you couldn't save them. So why don't you stick about talking about Newcastle and I'll stick talking about Tottenham? Though you are a famous Premier League player and though you are the leading Premier League goal scorer, you still won F4. You concentrate on Newcastle, I will concentrate on Tottenham. We leave it at that. Right. Let's see what else before we get back to chat, then we're going to finish. Yeah, here we go. Give me sport. This was revealed on Monday that Hutter has been identified as a potential replacement for Tudor in what is a sensitive situation with Chris Hughton, Ryan Mason, Sean Dyche, and Robbie Keane also in the name. And also I saw this article as well that Rangers are in pole position to bring Mikey Moore back to Ibrox from Tottenham Hotspur again for next season. But there is a twist to the story, according to Team Talk. He wants to stay at Spurs. But we'll have to wait and see. Right, guys, let's just finish off and I will go back to where's that thing? So there. Oh, yeah, here we go. Big up Jared says bring on Neil Warnock and Tony Pulis as his number 2. Great show, Dermot. Thank you, Spurs forever. Big up to you there, boy. Thank you. Thank you so much, bud. Really appreciate that. Good luck to the Republic, Dermot, from an England fan who wants to see the boys from the Emerald Isle at the World Cup finals in the States. Yeah, do you know what? Tomorrow, I'm nervous already, and I'm glad I've got this to take my mind off Tottenham. I can't wait. But we are, and I will put the link in, guys. Do join me tomorrow night if you can. So let me put the link in. I'll just get it there in a minute. Give me 1 minute. We are live tomorrow night on Ireland to or Die. Yes, we are going to do a watch along. I'm on at 7:15 tomorrow night. So let me switch account and let me get the details for you. So let me get the link for you guys so you can hopefully like and subscribe and join me tomorrow night. I am still toying with the idea of streaming it on here as well. So don't be surprised if I don't. If I do, don't be surprised to see it pop up. But do you know what? It is I I really want to grow the other channel as well if we can. So here's the link for it. So yeah, if you can, guys, do hit the like and do hit the sub button on here if you can. I'd be really, really interested. But thank you a lot. Look, I'd love to get to a World Cup. It's been 2002 since we were last at a World Cup. We deserve to get there. We really do. Big up to Tom. Everyone forgets that Poch was flirting with other clubs before the Champions League final and was asking to be sacked with some of his decisions at the end of his reign. Wouldn't go back to an ex. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Now, Tom, do you know what? I agree. Troy Parrott to get a brace. Big up to you, giant. That is the link, guys, for Ireland to would die. Please hit it. Please hit that subscribe button on there. Subscribe button on there if you can. I'm going to do the watch along tomorrow. We're going to do after the whistle as well. Me and Mr. Brady are going to talk all things Ireland. Then if we do get to the final, then we've got the game next week on the, I think it's on the 31st. I think Ireland. Why is the weekend telling me? Sorry, I got to check now. Cheers, Gerard. Good man. Okay, Ireland World Cup play. Here we go. So we've gotten the 20th. Oh God. I think it's a Saturday. Don't be surprised. Right. So yeah. So it's the 31st. Yeah, the final will be the 31st. And if Ireland win tomorrow night, we're either going to play Denmark or North Macedonia. It's Tuesday. Just sub. What's your political channel? I'll get that as well when I'm at it. Cheers, Gerald. I might as well put the subs in for the other channels linked to our name. We are trying to grow the brand of okay, I'm gonna thank you. Just made another view the channel. Might as well just grow the brand of why we're here as well. We haven't done anything on there recently. We are might do something over the weekend. We'll see, but yeah, we haven't done anything on there in a while. And yeah, so there we go. There you go, Gerard. That is for the political. Big up to Derek Field. He says, late here, but hey, Dermatron. Big up to you, Derek. Hope you're doing well. There you go. So that is for the political channel. That is for the Irish Island channel as well for tomorrow night, guys. So do hit that sub on there. Want to see all of you from here in that channel tomorrow night, showing Ireland the big support that we need to get there. We do. Cheers, Demo. No problem, J-Rob. But guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've bended your ear enough. Yeah, tomorrow's all Ireland. It's all about Ireland. Nothing about Tottenham unless something breaks during the night. Unless something breaks between now. I hope, yeah. So all Ireland tomorrow, unless anything breaks about Tottenham, of course, I'll bring to you first and fastest. So tomorrow is Thursday. Friday, I might do something on Twitch with my gaming channel. So do join me over there. And then Saturday, we're taking it day by day with Tottenham at the moment because there's no games around. So I may even do a few watch alongs with anything else, or we might do. There is one thing tomorrow we are going to do, might do it over the weekend, is we're going to look at our fixtures, our run-ins, and we're going to do that. So we will do that over the weekend. But tomorrow, of course, it's all about the boys in green. It's about Ireland. Normally, I would play out the normal intro here, but in honor of the boys tomorrow night, the boys in green, and just to get you guys know that there is the link to the Irish channel. Let me find the intro. There we go. We're gonna go out with the intro of the boys in green. Thank you all for watching. Come on, you Spurs. In the cockerel, we will always trust.
From the fields to the stands, we were raised on that dream. Every name, every town, stitched together in green. Got the hearts, got the hands, got a story to write.